The best leaders in the world lead by example. On today's episode, we're going to get into the 7 fundamentals of leading by example. Next to me, 2 phenomenal leaders, Anna-Marie Meyer and Eddie Magane.
Thank you.
Let's lead these people to success. In my opinion, leadership is most certainly not a destination, but rather a journey. That's why the first point is on sharpening your skills.
You can train. You can train to be a better leader.
I think you never stop training.
You never stop
Absolutely.
training. It's unbelievable how people say it's a born leader. Yeah. But we've seen how we created new leaders by training. It changed your mindset, your behavior, and that then takes you to building a better team. It can be trained, but you must be willing to be trained.
Constantly.
You mentioned over the weekend, and you said, I can work with that person. Yeah. He's trainable.
Yeah. It's coachable, definitely. Number 2, be constructive when handling conflict.
Yeah, remember, you can't expect your team to be able to handle conflict if you don't. If you don't handle it well, you can't expect your team to handle the conflict well as well. And you need to know what your goal is. So at all times when you're dealing with conflict, your goal is to diffuse the tension and come to a better resolve.
Absolutely.
At all times. Yeah.
Absolutely. Number 3, communicate kindly. Now, whether the communication is happening between you and a team member or you and a customer, the feedback needs to land softly. Yeah. So the most impactful feedback is always the one that lands softly, but it needs to land. So you can't walk on eggshells around people the whole time. But if you are kind in your message, it will land better than if you lash out. Yeah. I think we all, especially me, all make that mistake. But eventually, the kinder you are, we all do. Yeah. I think it's part of leadership. That's why we need to constantly develop.
I think Eddie is the softer one between all of us. With the softer tone. But yes, that is something we all work to.
Yeah. And importantly, bounce back after failure.
And I make a lot of mistakes.
We all do.
For me, that the most important is if your team make a mistake, be firm about it, but show them how to fix it. Yeah. And if you make mistakes, accept it, admit it, and teach them how to fix it. I think that's the most important. I make mistakes daily. I get upset. I come back. I jump to it. But admit and fix it.
Absolutely.
Show them, teach them how to.
Practice ethical leadership.
Yeah, so now this has a lot to do with your morals as well. You need to always make sure that whatever situation you're dealing with, you are fair to everyone, whoever the parties involved. You need to be fair at all the times. You need to be straight to the point. You need to be informed, and you need to be a very ethical person. So there's a lot that goes into leadership. Remember, whatever environment you're creating an environment where you have followers that will follow whatever character you display. So your morals, your ethics comes into play. And because being a follower obviously would mean you have quite a lot of people that look up to you. What standard do you want to set? What character do you want them to follow?
I think ethics goes with longevity as well, because sometimes it's very easy to take a shortcut and get a quick reward. But ethically, if you compete hard, but you compete ethically, longevity is endless. You can compete for as long as you want.
For sure.
If you do it unethically, eventually something happens and then you fall off the bus. I really believe that. Celebrate diversity. So whether you're leading your family, your children, or you're leading a sales team, each and every member of that team needs to be handled differently. So I, for example, have some team members that are a lot softer, that I lead a different way, to some team members that are a lot like me, competitive. Let's go out there and kill everybody. Those leaders, you guys are laughing.
I make that mistake on a daily basis.
There we go. So those people, so if you have the let's go kill everybody crowd, but you do this, today, I think we need to go back and learn from the mistakes that we made yesterday. It's going to fly over their head. Those people need the listen. Whatever happened yesterday happened. Today is when we take over. Today we go and we kill the competitors. So you need to judge your audience correctly. Diversity is both gender. I mean, it's even as technical as we did a video on it recently, which was the difference between the cultures.
Culture, major thing.
So I've learned that with a Zulu man, you need to be a certain way, but with a person that is from an ethnic background like a Chinese person, you have to be a little bit more respectful. So a true leader really needs to pay attention to those finer details. And then lastly, take care of yourself.
Very important. You can't end up always being sick. That's the most important. So eat healthy, exercise, because you can't train people, you can't lead people around you if you, it's almost as if it's a emotional, unstable connection that you eventually pick up. So you need to look after mind, body, soul, because you need to be able to lead them in a way that they look up to you. But if you always, it's instability, you're not going to get it right. Unfortunately, you need to look.
100%. I think in closing, I just want to say something else. A leader always also never asks anyone to do something they're not willing to do or can't do. You know, if
must first
absolutely
do it.
Lead by example.
Unfortunately.
Lead by example. If you want me to lead you in a certain field, I'm first going to show you that I can do it. Then I've got moral authority. Then I demand you, demand is maybe a strong word, but then I highly suggest that you follow me by doing it this way, because here, there's a proven fact that it works.
You don't even need to ask them, demand them. You can just show, and they're going to do it anyway, because you got it right. I used the example the other day where I said to them, when do you ever give up on leading someone? And I said, well, most probably when you reached your maximum potential. I said, no, never. Until such a point in time, those small little fine line things, for me, reducing time on certain things that we do, I will not give up. I need to get that first.
But here's the problem, because if the leader is not constantly improving him or herself, you can't lead someone that surpasses you. So as a leader, you need to stay ahead of the game.
Every
and
day.
if you don't,
I was about to say, if there's challenges, grab them first, because that's a learning. That's an opportunity to
absolutely.
learn.
As a leader, you're supposed to do it.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed this episode. If you guys did too, please hit the like button and
please subscribe to our channel.
Ring a bell.
Thank you very much. Take care. Have a beautiful day and lead your lives fruitfully and with passion. Bye-bye.